Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We're studying lesson number 17, and the topics of this lesson are Ismu Tafdil. So this is the noun that is used for comparative to compare or as a superlative, and this is the word Kalimatun ala wazni afalu. So this noun is on the pattern of afalu. And then we studied al ismul maksur. هو كل اسم مرب آخره ألف أصلية وتكون جميع علامات إعرابه مقدرة. And so this is the noun, murab noun, which declines, but it has alif at the end, so it doesn't, that alif does not show the sign, so all its i'rab, rafa nasab jar, they are muqaddara, they are estimated. وَإِنْدَمَا يَكُونُ مُنَوَّنًا, and when it comes with the tanween, then نَخْزِفُ الألف من النطق ولا من الكتابة. Then although the alif at the end is written but is not pronunciated. And then we studied al ismul mankus, huwa kullu ismin morabin akhiruhu, that has the ya, original ya, which ghayru mushaddadatin, without shadda. Wa takunu baza alamatin irabihi muqaddaratan. So in this case all the i'rab are muqaddar, estimated. Here some are estimated. When it comes with in the mansoob form, then is not estimated, then it shows the fatha sign. And وَإِنْدَمَا يَكُونُ مُنَوَّنًا, and then when it comes with the tanween, then ya is omitted, fi nutqi, then ya is not pronunciated, not written, except in the nasab form. And we're gonna go through the example, then we come back here again to understand this one more time. Al ismul mamdud huwa ismun morabun fi nihayatihi. This is also morab ism with the one which declines, and it has alif zaida badaha hamza, after it is hamza, and this one declines normally, and all the i'rab are zahira. And then we studied at-tamiz, kalimatun tubayyinu lana shay'an mubhaban. So this is the noun, this is the word that clarifies the something which is mubham, which is not apparent, not clear. So now we study the main lesson, and whenever comes one of these words, we gonna come back here and see what it means actually. So al-amsalul arabiyyatu, the Arabic proverbs. Al-amsalu hiya hikmatu shu'ubi, the proverbs are the wisdom of people, allati ja'at min khibratiha. So that proverb, they are the wisdom of people that came from the khibratiha, from their experience, ala marril usuri, on the asur means the ages, over the passing of the ages. So over the passing of the ages, the people experience, they created those proverbs. Waliyanna khibratun nasi mutashabihatun ahyanan fal amsalu tatashabahu. So because the experience of the people is similar sometimes, so the proverbs are also similar to it. Sometimes baina shabin wa akhara, between people, some people and some other people. So, and the wal masalu, the proverb, huwa ibaratun, which is the phrase tahtawi ala khibrati ijtimaiyatin, that contains. So tahtawi is the verb, ihtawa yahtawi, to contain, and this is formed on the pattern of iftala yaftailu. So a proverb is a phrase that contains ala khibrati ijtimaiyatin, the collective experience, or sakafiyatin, or cultural experience, or siyasiyatin, or political experience. So this can be based on political, cultural, or some collective experience that this proverb, which we're going to study later, they are formed. So these proverbs, they contain some of these things. تلخص تجربة طويلة, which summarizes a long experience في كلمات قليلة. So that proverb has a broader meaning than the in a short words. So that experience which is mentioned here, a collective, cultural or political. So these proverbs, they contain some of these experiences. Based on these experiences, but that experience is summarized. That summarizes that long experience in few words. في هذه العبارة يكون المحتوى أكبر من معنى كلماتها. And therefore in these phrases, the content becomes bigger than the meaning of the words. So like we know in the proverbs, there are few words, but the meaning is very the meaning is the bigger, the content is the bigger than the actual meaning of these words. So this is what it means. So here akbara mean, it comes to compare two things, which is al-muhtawa, which is the content, and the mana. So means these proverbs, the content is bigger than the meaning. So akbara mean, so ismu tafdil, this is ismu tafdil, and al-muhtawa means the content. So al-muhtawa is so this we studied that ism maksur, al-muhtawa, and mana, because it's ending with the alif, mana is also ism maksur. And I just said that in ism maksur, it does not show the ending, so all the i'rabs are estimated. So we can see here. So this is kana yakunu, al muhtawa is ismu kana. So it is ismu kana is marfu, but we don't see the rafa sign here at the end. So we can say this has a estimated dhamma. Similarly, mana is coming after min, so it's a majroor. We don't see kasra here, but so we're gonna say this is estimated. There is an estimated kasra. So if we put i'rab on this sentence, so yakunu is failun mudariun nasikhun marfun wa lamatu rafi ad-damma. Al-muhtawa is ismu kana marfun wa lamatu rafi ad-dammatul muqaddara, estimated damma, li'annahu ism maksur. And akbara is ismu tafdil khabru kana mansubun, it has a fatha sign, wa lamatul nasbi al-fatha, and min harfu jarrin mabni la sukun. And mana again is ism maksur, and coming after min, so is ism majrur wa lamatul jarri al-kasratul muqaddara li'annahu ism maksur. And watan kasimul amsalu ila amsalin, and so this verb is in kasama yan kasimu, form 7, on the pattern of in faala yan failu, to divide. So these proverbs are divided ila amsalin, to the proverbs takhdufu ila nushi, that aim to give some advice, or al-isharati ila al-haqiqati, or some can be divided to the some proverbs, we can divide them, some proverbs, some of them will aim to give some advice, and some will indicate will indicate to some haqiqa, some reality. وَنَجِدُهَا كَثِيرًا فِي النُّصُوصِ الدِّينِيَّةِ, and we find them, most of them we find in the religious texts, النُّصُوص الدِّينِيَّةِ, religious texts, kal Quranil Karimi, like Quranul Kareem, wa Aqwalun Nabi, or the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And wala Allah ashharahal masalul kailu, and perhaps or we can say hopefully the most ashharaha, most of that al masalu, most of that is an example that says al ulamau warasatul anbiyai, the scholars, they are the heirs of the prophets. I mean, they are the inheritance of the prophets. So I mean, this is a proverb and is like a religious text. Aw al hayau min al imani, or the modesty is part of faith. Al hayau min al imani. And there is another one, wala yashkurullaha man la yashkurun nasa, the one who does not thank people will not thank Allah. So to thank Allah, you have to be thankful to the people first. So this is another proverb. So I have put some circles or squares here. So we see that we see the alif and the hamza, alif and hamza. So they are ism mamdud, which we just studied here, that ism mamdud huwa ismun morabun fi nihayatihi alfun zaida. So it has alif, and then comes after that is hamza, wa yurabu alamatu irabi takunu zahiratan, and this declines, or this has the ending as we see in the normal nouns. So we see that here ala ulamau is mubtada marfoon, ulamatu rafi ad-damma, we see the damma here. And warasatu, this is mudaf, this is khabar marfoon ulamatu rafi ad-damma plus mudaf, and anbiya is mudaf alayh, and we see the kasra here. Similarly, al hayau min al imani, al haya is also again is mubtada and marfu, and we see the damma sign here. So this declines normally. We don't need to bring in any estimation or anything, because we can see those changes here. U, a, e. Wa amsalun ukhra la takhdufu ila nuskhin. So here we said that some examples are, they aim to give some advice, or they point to some reality, and some other examples, some other ukhra, they don't give any advice. Walakinnaha tankulu khibratan, but they transfer the experience. Aw tahqiq qissatan, or they narrate a story. Aw tatahaddasu an tabiyat al insani nafsihi, or they talk about, or they speak about the nature of the man himself. So here I have a note here. Tahaddasa yatahaddasu, form 5, on pattern of tafa'ala yatafa'alu, means to speak or to talk. So some aim to give advice, while others, they just, based on the experience of the people, they just they talk about the nature of the people, or they talk about some story. وَلِأَنَّ تَبِيَّةَ الْإِنسَانِ فِيهَا كَثِيرٌ مِنَ التَّنَاقُضِ, and because the nature of the man's nature has many contradictions. فَإِنَّ مُخْتَوَى هَذِهِ الْأَمْثَالِ مُتَنَاقِضٌ أَيْضًا. Therefore, the contents in these proverbs also has those contradictions. We're gonna see that with an example. So at-tanakizu means contradiction. So mukhtawa. So now we see that ism maksur has come again, and now it is coming after inna. So this should be mansub, and we don't see the fatah sign, because all these ism maksur, all the endings are estimated. So we can say fatatul muqaddara. So some has show the nature of the people, and that nature has some contradictions, different for different people. So that is why these proverbs also have those contradictions. And then Fabazul Amsali Yakululana Mana, and some proverbs they tell us the meaning. Well, Bazul Akhuru Yutina Manan Akhara Aksa Zalik, and some other they give the meaning opposite of that. Aksa Zalikal Mana, opposite of that meaning. So here I have some squares here. So Manan, now again Ism Maksur. Now this has a tanween. So and we said for the tanween that alif is written but is not pronunciated. So when I say manan, I am not saying mana. I am not pronunciating alif but is written. And similarly, fal bazu akhara yutina manan akhara. So yuti, his ata yuti, to give. So this verb, when this verb comes, it has two maful bihi, we're gonna see. So yuti is failun mudariun marfoon walamatu rafi adamat al muqaddara, and na is maful bihi, the first maful bihi, attached pronoun. To give who? To give us. So some others they give us manan, a meaning. So manan is another maful bihi. Manan akhara. Akhara is the sifa for manan, and aksa is another maful bihi that comes in this sentence. Aksa zalika. So this is also mudaf alayhi. And almana is badal for zalika. So when this is mudaf alayhi, aksa zalika, opposite of that. So then that means this is zalika ismul ishara is mabni, but is coming as mudaf alayhi, so is majroor. So this is also majroor, but we don't see the kasra here. So in other words, all the ism maksur we see that rafa they coming as marfu, mansub or majroor, but they don't show the all the endings are estimated. And when it comes without al, then it has a tanween, and in that case the alif is written but is not pronunciated. So here we are saying, the writer is saying that some proverbs have because the nature of the man is different, so some they give example. Bazul Msalu Yukulna Manan for Bazu Ahyutina Manan Akhara Aksa Zalik. Some proverbs they give some other meaning. For example, for Masalan, Al Kasalu Ahla min al Asali. The laziness is sweeter than the honey. So if we define this sentence, put Arab. Al kasalu is mubtada marfoon walamatu rafi ad-damma. Ahla is ismu tafdil khabarun, so coming as a khabar, marfoon walamatu rafi ad-damma. And then because ismu tafdil is comparing al laziness with the honey, and so that is why when comes with the min, then it is comparing two things. And akhla is also like ism mankus, so lamatu rafi ad-dammatul muqaddara. So because it's khabar, so it should be marfu, but there is an estimated damma li'annahu ism maksur. So for some, laziness is sweeter than the honey, and for some, wal kaslanu, a lazy akhu shahazi is the brother of the beggar. And for some others, because laziness, if you don't do anything, any work, then you're gonna be begging for your needs. So you're gonna be a brother of the beggar. So there are these two proverbs. They give totally a different opposite meanings to each other. Yes, and wal ana ta'alaw nata'arraf ala bazin min ajmalil amsalil arabiyya. And now come, let us know some most beautiful Arabic proverbs. So here ta'alaw is coming from, it comes from the verb ta'ala yata'ala, and amar is ta'al for anta. When it coming as a ta'alaw, that is for antum, ta'alaw. For antum, fail amar is ta'alaw. And nata'arrafa, so nata'arraf, it should be arrafa yu'arrifu, and sorry, it is ta'arrafa yata'arrafu, to come is on the pattern of tafa'ala yatafa'alu, form 5, and but it is coming as nata'arraf. That means it's failun mudariun majzumun. So what is making that verb majzum? Because there is some coming after lamul amr al muqaddara, there is an estimated lam. So it's like actually ta'alaw lina ta'arraf, ta'alaw lina ta'arraf, and this lam is omitted, is mahzuf. That is why is majzum. Okay, so now we're gonna go through some most beautiful Arabic proverbs. The first one is Ahlu Makkata adra bi shi'abiha. The people of Mecca, they know very well their valleys. So here adra is ismu tafdil, is on the pattern of afalu. And this is also ism maksur because it does not show, it has alif. So and we don't see that, so there is an estimated dhamma here. Adra is like arafu, that to know something, and washi'abu. So now writer is explaining word by word. Washi'abu, this one is means atriku fil jabali, the way in the mountain. And Makkatu ahammu mudinatin inda lil muslimina. Makkah is the important, this is the important city for the Muslims. Wal mana, so the meaning of this proverb is annallazina yu'ishuna fi makanin, the people who live. So is the asha ya'ishu, and whom ya'ishuna, the people, those people who live in a place, whom li aksaru marifatan bihazal makani, they are the most knowledgeable of that place. So aksaru is ismu tafdil and is on the pattern of afalu, and marifatan is tamiz. So tamiz, we said that they clarifies some ambiguity. So if we say those people are most, they are most in what? They are most in the knowledge. So marifatan clarifies that ambiguity that is here, and is mansub, so is called tamiz. I have underlined it. And now this proverb gives a much broader meaning than the literal meaning of the words used in this proverb. Here is another one. Mahilatul rami izan kata al wataru. What is the cleverness or smartness of the archer when the string breaks? So when the string, when his string breaks, then what he's gonna do? What smartness he's gonna, or cleverness he gonna use? So if we define this sentence, so ma is ismu istifhamin mabni ala sukun fi mahalli raf'in mubtada. Ma is mubtada, hilatu is khabarun marfun wal amat rafi'at damma wa huwa mudaf, and then mudaf alayhi. Rami is mudaf alayhi majrur lamatul jari al kasra. Now this has a ya at the end, so now that is ism mankus. So before we studied ism maksur that had alif at the end, now this has ya at the end and is ism mankus. So for ism mankus is also, they has estimated dhamma and estimated kasra, but when comes with the fatha, then is the fatha is apparent, then is not estimated. Here hilatul rami is mudaf alayhi, so this is mudaf alayhi, should be majroor, and we don't see the kasra here, so it is, that is why we are saying here that alamatul jarri al kasratul muqaddara, there is an estimated kasra. And this verb in kata'a yankatiyu is like in fa'ala yanfailu, form 7, means to cut. So now word by word understanding. Al-hila is zakaul insani, the intelligence of the man. Indama yastakhdimuhu lihalli mushkilatin sabatin, when he uses it, when he uses that intelligence to solve a difficult problem. That is hila. Warami, and the rami, this is the person, huwa man yutliku sahma, and this is the one who shoots the arrow. So this verb is atlaka yutliku, on the pattern of afala yufilu, form 4, and this means to release, to shoot, to let go. And wal wataru is the string that is used on the bow. Huwa ma yashudduhu rami is the string that he pulls, the rami pulls, in the ma yutliku sahma, when he shoots the arrow. So rami here coming as a mubtada, so we see that for kasra it won't have kasra, it won't have dhamma. Only when it's come with fatha, it's gonna show the fatha sign. In those two cases, this the ending is estimated. Walmana, so the meaning of this proverb is anna ramiya. You see ramiya, when it comes with the now it's coming after anna, so it is mansub. It's a mansub, so the fatha sign is apparent here. In those two cases, when it was coming as a with the kasra mudaf ilayhi or with the mubtada dhamma marfu, so we didn't see those signs, but we see the fatha sign. So that means that the rami la yajidu ma yaf'aluhu bi aklihi, the rami, the archer, won't find what to do with his mind. Bi aklihi iza lam yajid ma yaf'aluhu bi yadihi, when he cannot do anything with his hand, when he does not know what to do with his hand, he cannot do anything with his mind. So this is the broader meaning of the of this proverb. And then another one is ma kullu sawda'a tamratun, not every black thing is a date. So, and this sawda is ism mamdud, has the alif and hamza. Tamratu is the date. Fakihatun, fruit. Sagiratun, small fruit. Nakhuzuha minan nakhli, that we eat from the palm tree. And then we have another proverb, asa asaman fa asa ijabatan, poor hearing will lead to poor response, poor reply. So asa is the verb, asa yusiyu, to be bad, and this is on the pattern of afala yufilu. And to be bad in what sense? Saman, so this is tamiz, and this coming as a tamiz, these two words, so that is why I have underlined. So that proverb means anna kulla shay'in lahu sababun wazihun, that everything has a clear reason. So when we use this proverb, means that everything has a clear reason. Fabazul amsali, and some proverbs, la tastatiyu an tarifa laha manan wahidan, and for some proverbs we cannot know from it that only one meaning. That means they can be used in different meaning, that won't have for them there are not one meaning. For example, here mislu al-hubbu ama, when we use this proverb, means the love is blind. So here is mubtada khabar, and ama is again ism maksur, and so but it does not show the rafa sign, so it has a estimated dhamma. So when that proverb is used, al-hubbu ama, so that does not have give us one meaning. For example, faqat tara annallazi, so you see that the one yara mahbubahu ajmala min kulli shay'in, when somebody sees his beloved, the most beautiful, so ajmala is again on the pattern of afalu. So this is ismu tafdeel, and is coming with the fatha because it's mansoob, because this is maful bihi. So when the one you see the one who sees his beloved, the most beautiful, min kulli shayin, the most beautiful from everything. So then fahuwa kal ama, so he is like a blind, la yastatiyu an yara, that cannot see, that is unable to see, because for him his beloved is the most beautiful, so he won't see. وَقَدْ تَرَى أَنَّهُ يَقُولُ إِنَّ الْمُحِبَّ لَا يَرَى أَيُّوبَ مَحْبُوبِهِ, and maybe you might see that that he says that the al-muhibba la yara ayyubu mahbubihi, that the lover does not see the ayyub, the flaws of his mahbub. So we can use this, when we use this ahubbu ama, it has a different meanings. Some people can say that he finds his he sees his beloved the most beautiful than everything, so he is like an ama. And then for some can say that the lover does not see the flaws of his loved one. وَقَدْ تَرَى أَنَّهُ يَقُولُ شَيْئًا آخِرًا, and maybe you see that he says something else. So this proverb can be explained, can have we cannot conclude, we cannot understand some proverbs with one meaning, so it can be different meaning for different people. وَقَدْ يَكُونُ مَثَلُ مَأْخُوذًا مِنْ قِصَّةٍ رَمْزِيَّةٍ, and maybe some proverb is makhuz, is sourced or has come out min qissatin ramziyatin, from some symbolic story. So some proverbs, they are based or they are sourced from a symbolic story. wa hazihi qissatun rubbama tuaddu ashhara hazihil qasasi, and this story may be so the story that is coming is counted as the most famous of these stories. So ashhara is ismu tafdeel on the pattern of afalu, again is mansoob because it's coming as maful bihi. So there is the story here, some interesting story. So before that, there is a note here, adda yaudu, to count, and here it is used to addu. So in the active form is adda yaudu, in the passive form adda changes to udda and yuaddu changes to yuaddu. So to addu means qissatu is a feminine word, so that is used to addu. Okay, so here the story goes, fi ghabatin kasiratin shajari, in a forest with many trees, a lot of trees, kana yaishu salasatu astika, there were used to live three friends, minas sairani, from the bulls, three bulls, who were the three friends. They were living in that forest, dense forest. And the saurun abiyazun, so this now number has come, salasatu astika, three friends, and we studied about the numbers that al adadu min 3 to 10, from 3 to 10, yukhaliful mamduda fi taskiri wa tanisi, so the number is going to be feminine if the mardud is going to be masculine, which is in this case they are the bulls, they are the masculines, but the number used is feminine. Wal madud jamu majroor lianna natabiru mudaf ilayh, and the madud is going to be plural and majroor, because this works like a mudaf alayh. Salasatu astika. This word does not take the kasra, which gonna study after, but otherwise is a majroor. So those three bulls, Saurun Abiyazu wa Saurun Aswadu wa Saurun Ahmaru, the white bull, black bull, and they had three different colors. Red bull. Kanal Asadu Yaishu Kriban Minha. The lion was living near them. So there was a lion also near them. Wakana Yuhavilu Akalaha, and he was trying to eat them. So this is the verb Hawala Yuhavilu, form 3. Fa'ala Yufailu means to try. So he was trying his best to eat them, but because they were united, they were friends, so he was unable to do so. Walakin duna jadwa, but he was of no avail. His efforts were of no avail. So this duna jadwa is like mudaf alayh, and this jadwa is again ending at it has a alif at the end. So this has a estimated kasra, is mudaf alayh. Liannas Sirana Salasata Kanat Muttahidatan Ziddahu, because these three bulls, they were muttahid, they were joint, they were in a group, Ziddahu, against him, against the lion. So from here there is a proverb that comes as Al-Ittihadu Quwwatun. The unity is power. Al-Ittihad, the unity, is Quwwatun, is power. So that, like the writer is saying, that is Makhuz. Its Makhuz is this story. Kama Yakulul Masalul Arabiyu, as it is said in an Arabic proverb. So Fakkar al-Asadu fi hilatin. So now Asad, the lion, he thought about an idea, a hila. فَذَهَبَ إِلَى السَّوْرَيْنِ الْأَخْمَرِ وَالْأَسْوَدِ. So he went to the two bulls, the red one and the black one. And Wakala, and he said, لَوْنُكُمَا قَرِيبٌ مِّن لَوْنِي, that your color of your both is near my color. لَكِنَّا السَّوْرَ الْأَبْيَزَ, but the white bull, لَوْنُهُ أَوْزَهُ minna, but his color is the brightest of us, because the white is more brighter, and this is ismu tafdil, and it's not so he's comparing the color of the white bull with the color of the other two bulls and the lion. So min compares these two things, and this is ismu tafdil. So wasayyaduna yastatiyuna an yarifu makanana. So he was saying that the white bull has the brightest color than all of us, and the hunters, they are able to know our place because of his color, his clear color or apparent color of his. Wa ana ara, and I see that tatrukani, you leave me, kulhu laki naisha fi salamin wa hannain huna, that you leave me, eat him, so that we live. Lakai, so this is again Asha Yaishu, and Lakai is the particle which making it mansub, in peace and happiness huna. So tatrukani is coming from the verb taraka yatruku, to leave, and antuma is tatrukani. Huwa yatruku, hiya tatruku, anta tatruku, antuma tatrukani. And when, because is followed by an, which is the particle of nasab, so it's gonna make that fail mudare mansub, and fail mudare mansub for this this form is made mansub by removing noon. So the noon is removed, and then it's left with tatruka. So tatruka is failun mudari mansubun because of an, wa lamatun nasbi hazfi noon liannahu min al af'al khamsa, because those are the 5 nouns that 5 verbs that are made mansub by removing noon. And ni is damirul muttasilun fi mahalli nasbin maf'ul bihi. No is maf'ul bihi. So this is how this word is formed. Fatarakahu, so this now taraka, huwa taraka, huma taraka. So this is for alif of musanna, same like here. So they left him to eat that white bull. Wabada ayamin, after days, some days, zahab al asadu ila sawril ahmari. Now after some days the lion, he went to the red bull. Wakala, and he said to him, Kala, he said, Launi ala launika, my color is like your color. Walakinna sawr al aswada mukhtalifun, but the black bull is different. Wa ana ara an tatrukani akluhu. So now we see that it is taraka yatruku, and then for anta is tatruku, and an is making it tatruka. So I see that you leave me, eat him, akuluhu, likai naisha, and likai is a particle which is making asha ya ishu, and for ana is naishu, and this is naisha because of likai is the mansub, fail mudare mansub. So you leave me, I eat him, so that naisha will live, likai naisha ana wa anta, myself and yourself we live, fi salamin wa hanain huna, so that we both live with peace here. So now he's convincing him to eat the Red Bull. Wa ba'da yawmin aw yawmaini, after a day or two. So now he ate that Red Bull. So now after a day or two, zahab al asadu ila sawril akhmari. So he ate the black one. Now after that the red one is left. So he went to that Red Bull. Wakala, and he said, ana al ana akiluka la mahalata, that now I will eat you without any difficulty, without any problem, without any doubt. Falan tajida hamiyan minni, and you will not find any protector from me. So now this is the ism manqus, and in the case of tanween, what we said, in the case of tanween for ism manqus, indama yakunu munawwanan, when it has tanween, nakhziful al ya fi nutqi wal kitabati. So ya is not written or not pronunciated also, illa fil nasbi, except for the case of nasb. So now we see that is coming as mansub. So we see that that ya is written and pronunciated in the case of mansub, and when it comes without mansub like here, then we don't see that ya. So the lion was saying that you won't find any protector from me. Nazara sauru ahmaru, the red bull he saw, nazara yanzuru hawlahu, around him, fawajada nafsahu, and he found himself alone, wahidan, alone, walaysa hunaka hamin, and there was no protector. So hamin is here without ya. So when we said that in the case of tanween, when it comes without other than mansub form, then the ya is not pronounced or not written. So it's gonna be, for the case of marfu and majroor, is gonna be hamin. Walaysa hunaka hamin, so hunaka there is none, yamnau, mana yamnau al asada, who can stop the lion, anhu, from him. So now he was thinking that he is alone and no one can protect him. Fakala, so he said, now there is another proverb that comes out, that ukiltu, he said that, ukiltu yawma ukila saurul abiyazu. He said that I was eaten the day yawma, the black bull was eaten. The white bull was eaten. So he said the first bull, when the first bull was eaten, I was eaten. So here the verb is akala yakulu, to eat, form 1, but here is ukil is ukiltu, which is the passive form. Akala changes to ukila, and for ana huwa ukila, ana ukilat. So ukiltu, ana ukiltu, ukila huwa ukilahuma, ukilahum, ukilu hiya, ukilathuma, ukilatahunna, ukilna. Anta ukilta, antuma ukiltuma, antum ukiltum, anti ukilti, antuma ukiltuma, antunna ukiltunna, ana ukiltu, nahnu ukilna. So is ukiltu. So he is saying that I was eaten the day ukila as-saurul abyazu, the white bull was eaten. So that completes the story and this lesson also, and I'm going to stop it here, and in the next session we're gonna complete this lesson. We're gonna do this linguistics and the exercises. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.